I'm just scratching my bald head here, trying to figure out why the Topps Finest first day issue boxes that dropped today at noon with a reverse Dutch auction format started at 1200, and then in 24 minutes, without like not even being close to the floor, sold out at $800 a box. 60 cards in a box, it's like over $13 per card. Who is buying? I was watching it for the first couple of minutes. $50 off, $50 off. Okay, we're at 1100, we're at 1050. I'm like wondering, how many boxes are there? They're not doing cases with this. We don't know the odds, but if there's two autographs in a box, one of those autographs has to be a monster to make, to even give you a shot to get your money back at $800. And so it's clear that people who bought are the people who are still essentially the middlemen in the hobby. People who are trying to get access from the Topps allocation, from the drops, at what hobby calls the best, most affordable pricing. And then there's no ceiling. And so already those boxes that some might have sold at $1,200 because people didn't care. I mean, can you imagine buying 16 boxes at $1,000? 16 grand? Like already, there's sellers on eBay listing buy it now for anywhere from $2 to $3 grand. And Topps Finest used to like pay homage and be this chromium collector first product. It's not even close to that anymore. Now there's super rare. So I thought it used to be great. 100 players, 300 cards, common, uncommon, rare. And each card was a little different image of the player, super collectible. And then the inserts were great, sometimes a little corny. The veteran autos they had were great. I still have a couple boxes from 2025. In fact, in 2025, I bought for $289. I couldn't get a case, but I could get individual boxes on the pre-order day at $289. I bought 10. It was $2,900. And it just makes me wonder, like Topps already knew they were leaving money on the table. If the reseller market and the LCSs and the monster online retailers can buy from our distributors at a markup, let's just run a little test and we'll start backwards and we'll let the masses, us, the hobbyists, we'll let the masses decide. So, I mean, I remember I bought a case in 2024 and my cost basis on it was, I think it was $240 a box. I think that was release day. 12.5% increase. Not the end of the world. Still a great product, still attainable. $289 last year, 300 cards. And those boxes today, the 2025 boxes, I think I already said it, are averaging on eBay and even like the monster online retailers anywhere from $600 to $700. Buy it now, make an offer. So what's Topps going to do on release day? Well, they've got different formats now. That's the other thing. It used to be hobby box, Topps Finest hobby box, or 10 packs in a box, 6 cards in a pack, and you're done. You know exactly what you're looking for, and you don't have to, there's no variations. There's no megas, there's no delights until this year. So now there's FDI, there's hobby, there's mega, and Breaker's Delight. So there's something for everyone if you can get access to it. And so I think the retail format's going to be interesting. I think at $800, and especially now on the secondary channels, seeing prices at $2 to $3 grand, there's not enough cards without even knowing the odds. There are not enough cards. There's not enough Shohei autos. There's not enough Aaron Judge autos. There's not enough Paul Skeens. There's not enough Monster War vet or young emerging prospect autos to cover $800+ on a box. There just isn't. You can't fault Topps for essentially deciding they wanted more money per transaction or per unit. Why not sell them all? Like, sell them all. Topps Direct. That's it. I wasn't going to rant. And then I was tracking some stuff on eBay, and then I see 2026 Topps Finest. Buy it now. $3,000 for one box. There's nothing in business that says you have to be like generous. There needs to be a way to make it reasonable. Typically, Dutch auctions have a floor. It's like, hey, once it gets down to this and there's this many units left, this is the floor price. We didn't know what that was. There was no floor. We were supposed to establish it. I think we're still above where the ceiling should be for it to come from Topps. I loved Topps Finest last year. That's the other thing. Like mega boxes, maybe I'll even buy a Breaker's Delight or two. I can find it at a fair price. Yeah, I don't know what Topps is going to do here. Are we going to see, instead of $289 a box when it releases, are we going to see like $400 or $500? And then people think they're getting a deal from the FDI. Like, there's people who bought the FDI at $1,200. People who bought it at $800 didn't get a deal. They just put more money in Topps' pocket. The arbitrage of the middleman taken away. Even though there's still, it's like this vicious circle. I got to do like a series. Like, it is fascinating. Like, call it the Topps history, and then like getting the rug pulled out from under them and punched in the face. Michael Rubin, crazy interesting story. Online retail before there was online anything. The guy's a wizard. The story behind how Fanatics acquired Topps, like during COVID, IPO and SPAC times, that's wild. The antitrust lawsuits going on right now, that's wild. Topps Fanatics now has licensing for NFL, I think MLS, I don't know if that's exclusive or not, MLB, that's exclusive, NBA, that's exclusive. NHL, if they're not exclusive because of Upper Deck, when Upper Deck runs out, Topps is private, Fanatics is private. But big companies, Coldstream, Blackstone, SoftBank, they were all investors in Fanatics. There's big money behind Michael Rubin. He was already a billionaire. I started spending more time doing baseball, like collecting cards and doing all these things because I enjoyed it. It's fun. I still enjoy it. It's still fun. I mean, anytime money is being thrown around like this, anyone should buy as much as they can. Take what you want, or like the guarantee, you could do a 2x and probably come in at better pricing than most. You buy something for $100, you sell it for $200, probably do it within 30 days before you even have to pay your credit card off. Like, very worst, you break even. Like, let's say you need the cash, like just sell it for what you paid for it, and someone gets a crazy good deal and it sells instantly. So yeah, I'm gonna reevaluate the way that I buy and like the motivation. I still have my PC. There's still the players that I want. What's next? Like super duper rare and like ultra hot Molten Mercury to 5.5. Every day there's a new release. So what do I do? Where do I go from here? Tonight I'm gonna open a bunch of cards, and then I'll sort through them, and like sorting through the bulk and building a set and then building a subset and trying to find out which inserts I like the most. To me, that's just relaxing. Like I genuinely enjoy handling, sorting, and sleeving cards, and then deciding which ones I want to keep, which ones I want to give away to my nephews, and what I want to sell. It's an interesting time to be involved in any aspect of the hobby because the demand is there. Topps already knew that anything they sold at their MSRP would be marked up on the secondary site, and it would still sell. Everyone knows that on a regular release, pre-order or release day, it sells out in a minute. As soon as you get something in your cart, by the time you get to check out, and then you have to go through like 3 different CAPTCHAs, you have to enter your credit card information, which used to be stored, to make it that much more arduous to check out. which results in people like me talking about it. It's the best marketing they can do is just put a choke on the distribution, limit what's available, increase the demand, bring the secondary market pricing to tops without tops actually raising the price or even saying what the MSRP is. We all could have just sat around and waited every 3 minutes for that thing to knock down and knock down. Like the buzz and having a little bit of a premium. I'm happy to pay a premium for exclusivity in anything, or to get something earlier, a few days earlier. That's fun. Like, let me really be surprised and be the first to open this. I don't know, like you strip away like the Chrome and the FOMO and the FDI auction, it's like a textbook exercise in price discrimination and surplus capture. It used to flow to the people who bought at the MSRP and then flipped, and by auctioning FDI direct to consumer and having it sell out at 800. So who knows? I mean, my guess is the ASP, average sale price of this, is probably 900, 950. Tops totally repatriated that premium onto its own books. Essentially, Top said, well, we're just going to compete with the flippers who normally arbitrage the release. And what's arbitrage? I take something, I don't really do anything to it, and I sell it to someone else at a higher price, and I keep the money. If there's a supply and there's a demand, flippers are going to be there. If there is a very limited supply or limited access to the supply and a serious demand, flippers are there's going to be even more. And so, like, the timing of this and all the risk is to us.